huge Bangladesh rally calls for boycott of French products. So, do you have photos of this rally that we could pull up?
What? Oh yeah, this one.
Okay, yeah. Look at this crowd. This is wild. Tens of thousands of people recently marched through Dhaka, the Bangladeshi capital, demanding a boycott of French goods amid the outrage that was sparked over France's toughening stance on Islamism and Islamic separatism. Police estimated that about 40,000 people took part in the march, organized by Islami Andolan Bangladesh, one of Bangladesh's largest Islamist parties. The crowd burned an effigy of French President Emmanuel Macron, who has defended the caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad. Bangladeshi police blocked the marchers from reaching the French embassy. Quote, Macron is one of the few leaders who worship Satan, senior Islami Andolan leader Ataur Rahman told the protesters. Well, that was a new one for me. I've seen Macron portrayed as the devil by Iranian media. Little did I know that he is one of the few leaders who also worships the devil.
Guys, I know that we have said this again and again, but it deserves repeating. You see, again, let me show this crowd. Let me show this crowd to you guys. You see this crowd, guys? All these people? What are they upset about? Is it because of the Muslims who are being killed? Or is it just Muslims who are being stabbed? Is it because of the Muslims in China's concentration camps? Is it because of Yemeni Muslims who are being bombed by Saudi Arabia? No. Okay? No. I'm not going to yell right now because a lot of you guys keep telling you, my ears, okay? So I'm going to try to keep calm and tell you, these idiots, these morons, how many, Susanna? 30,000?
40,000.
40,000 people? They're butthurt over a punch. You want me not to yell?
This.
Cartoons, guys. These people, all of them. These people came out, took time and resources and energy not to solve real problems, not to fight for human rights. They're fighting for the fifis of their dead prophet who can't handle a fucking cartoon. This is what these people's priorities are, okay? French people's blood are being spilled in the street. That's not what they care about. Even Muslim blood is also being spilled on the streets of France as well. But no, that's not what they care about either. They care about fucking cartoons, these fucking morons. And just to be fair, I went and looked it up. There was protests in Bangladesh against China. There was. There was, yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna do people give you half of the information just to make themselves look like, oh my god, look at these hypocrites. Nope, I wanted to make sure that, Bangladesh has been protests against France for cartoons. Did they care about China? Oh yeah, there was a protest. But do you want me to show you the protest? Okay, I went and looked at a lot of videos. Okay, boy. I went and looked at a lot of videos and a lot of footage of what did Bangladesh do. Okay, what did Bangladesh do for protests against China? Okay, I know some people are listening to this on our podcast instead of video, but trust me. Okay, this is the protest. This is what the protest against China looked like in Bangladesh for Muslims who are being put in concentration camp for the mere crime of apparently being a Muslim in China, and this is for the Prophet Muhammad being depicted in cartoons.
Holy cow.
This is for the cartoons. This is for 1 million Muslims being put in concentration camp. Again, let me show you again.
Possibly
over 1 million.
That looks like if all of these people in the background are also part of this, which isn't clear, it looks like just a dozen people in the front, but I'm going to be generous and say that these people in the back are also involved. That's less than 50 people.
I don't know. Maybe the line keeps going. It doesn't matter it's not this. Okay? It's not this. This is for cartoons. This is for Muslims. Okay? So when you say Muslim lives matter, Atheist Republic agrees. You know who doesn't agree? Muslim majority countries, okay? Muslim lives matter on a per capita basis to atheists more than to Muslims, okay? Muhammad cartoons matter more to Muslims than Muslim fucking lives. Okay? We have been, if you had just per capita, we have been more outspoken against human rights violations against Muslims more than Muslims. This is the look at this, guys. Look at the priority. Again, Muhammad cartoons. This is your brain on Islam, okay? This is when people tell you that, oh, religion gives you morality and ethics. You tell them to go fuck themselves. Because this is, yeah, you tell them to go fuck themselves because this is your priorities. This is where your mind, this is how religion fucks with your brain. This is how you prioritize things. This is your agenda. This is what you realize that what you go out and the cartoons that do not harm a single living being, you see that as more of a threat. Your feelings are more hurt by that over actual human rights violations against Muslims. This is your brain on religion, guys.
Being, re-educated, forced to confess their crimes of praying, forced to drink and eat pork against their will, fucking, over this cartoon that I'm holding up here that has not killed anybody. There's some other really juicy quotes from this article. Not only did this article talk about
Rivka is here, by the way. Rivka just joined us. Hey, all right,
for joining us, Rivka. Some other quotes from other leaders saying Turkish President Erdogan also called for a boycott of French goods. In a televised speech, he said that Muslims are now subjected to a lynch campaign similar to that against Jews in Europe before World War II. He said that European leaders should tell the French president to stop his hate campaign. More about what happened in Bangladesh. I still can't get over this quote that Macron is one of the few leaders that worship Satan. They also said France is the enemy of Muslims. Those who represent them are also our enemies. Police used barbed wire to barricade a road 3 miles from the French embassy, keeping the marchers away. The French Foreign Ministry has issued a warning to its citizens in Indonesia, Bangladesh, France, and Mauritania, countries where protests have taken place, and advised them to exercise caution. The statement also criticized the calls for a boycott, saying they distort the positions defended by France in favor of freedom of conscience, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, and the refusal of any call to hatred, as well as distorting Mr. Macron's comments on Islam for political ends. As a result, the boycott calls are pointless and must end immediately, as well as all attacks directed against our country, instrumentalized by a radical minority.
Rivka, what do you think?
I stand with France. Vive la France. Nous sommes avec la France, which means we are with France.
Wow.
Nous sommes avec Monsieur Macron.
Hell yeah. What she said.
Wow, great that we got you here before we ended this. We needed some of that.
We're with Monsieur Macron.
Yeah.
Good.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
As long as he keeps going in the direction he's going right now. We will stop being with him if he changes it. But yes, right now we're with Macron. Definitely. Everything he's said so far has been on point. I do want to highlight some of the comments. This comment got a lot of likes, but this is so wrong. Sanders saying, let's boycott products from Bangladesh if they have any. Isn't like half of the world's clothes come from Bangladesh? Like,
they're a huge trade partner with French clothing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how this is going to work when like a large portion of what is produced in Bangladesh is actually French clothing.
I think like this guy was trying to take a stab at Bangladesh by acting like nothing comes out of Bangladesh, but he's probably wearing something right now that was made in Bangladesh. So I'm almost sure like every single one of us is probably right now wearing something that was made in Bangladesh. So go on.
I was going to say, I saw a quote that in reference to this boycott of French products in Bangladesh, and it's not one of the ones up here, but I just thought it was so funny but satirically satire, kind of what these guys are saying. The person said this is going to hit the French economy really bad, and they should consider accepting beheadings before it's too late.
Oof.
And this is basically what these boycotts are basically saying.
Yeah.
Submit and capitulate.
Yeah. Well, we got
a super chat from Sarah Dialot of the House of Noob. 101 rupees. Saying the pen will always be mightier than the sword. Keep up the good work, guys. Happy Halloween. Oh, thank you for the super chat. And I completely forgot it was Halloween. Happy Halloween, you guys.
By the way, there was a lot of support for France when Rivka was saying "I stand with France." When she was speaking French, a lot of people started using the hashtag "I stand with France," "Long live France," and all that. So yeah, guys, keep doing that. France right now needs that because they have very little countries are standing up for France right now. So we need to show support. Let me see. There was another comment here. There is no rally against. Wait, anything else we need to highlight? Okay, let's look at this one. Rob is saying the economy is largely based on foreign aid, with France being one of the major contributors, pretty much underlines the correlation between lack of education and religious fanaticism. Yeah, I think Bangladesh needs France more than France needs Bangladesh, so you guys might want to reconsider that. I hope that EU and France do the same and boycott any help to Bangladesh. You know what? I don't like this whole tit for tat, like no, for the sake, no, like let's just hope like this doesn't happen. I mean, it's going to be really this is not good, because here's the thing, I don't believe in collective punishment, okay? I don't want Bangladesh's economy to suffer because of this. There are a lot of people in Bangladesh that are suffering from extreme poverty, and they need that money, okay? We don't want people to like, hey, look at Bangladeshis, now they're starving, they deserve it because they did a protest. No, fuck that shit, okay? But Bangladesh deserves to prosper. There are a lot of children, there are a lot of innocent people, there are a lot of people, even the people who are moronic enough to participate in the protest, they don't deserve to be poor just because they're wrong, okay? I hope for their sake that their economy, they prosper and they become a much richer country, especially if people think like these people are dumb and they deserve to be poor. First of all, fuck you. Second of all, countries shed away their dogma more easily if they're economically developed, okay? So even if for the sake of them giving up their dogma, you should want their economy to prosper, okay? You should, and also anybody who thinks that people deserve to be poor or hungry because they have shitty ideas, you're a shitty person, okay? People don't deserve to suffer just because they're wrong. We could call out how wrong they are. We could call them morons. We could tell them that they need to wisen up. We could give them the right information. But wishing them harm, or wishing them misery, or wishing them poverty, or wishing them hunger, that is like if you have any ideas like that, then your ideas are shittier than their ideas. So you should wish that upon yourself as well if you wish it upon them, right? So there's that.
It works against our own best interests to do something like that. And
but
that's just not what I stand for as a humanist.
Exactly. Do you guys wanted to add anything before I go to the next news? Hold on, let me bring up the next news. All right. Can I?
One last thing.
Go ahead.
Vive la liberté d'expression. Long live freedom of expression.
Yeah.
Yes. This is great. This is why we need
my French is a little bit rusty, but
It's better than ours.
How many
This is
different
what-
languages do you speak?
French is the one I speak the best, but I can speak a little bit Moroccan Arabic, a little bit Hebrew, more Yiddish, but French is the one I actually can hold a conversation with, can read, can. When I'm in Morocco, I do it very well, but there's no people to practice.
Oh.
Je comprends le français, je ne parle pas bien.
Oh.
I do want to respond to Arjun's comment. He's saying certainly voting age people in Bangladesh are to blame at the very least. Yeah, they are to blame. I didn't say they're not to blame. I just don't wish them misery, hunger, poverty, or any hurt because they were wrong, right? And I don't believe like you don't deserve making. I don't want you to be suffering because you made a wrong decision like this. I hope, like, I don't think people deserve to be poor because they were stupid. Stupidity does not deserve such harsh punishments. It's not a crime. I mean, you should be educated. You should be called out, but you shouldn't be. I still want you to be happy, even if you're a moron, even if you're a dumbass idiot moron that believes in the crappiest ideas on the planet, and I want your ideas to end and be eradicated. I want your ideas to die. But I want you to be happy, even though you're a moron. Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Also, I was going to say that poverty really impacts, in particularly, young people and their ability to get an education, which then helps them to come up with better ideas, to help move them away from superstition, to teach them about critical thinking, to empower their community, to start doing things to help their economy, which then when people are doing well and the economy's doing well and they have security and they can feed their families, there's less wanting to blame other people and looking for, magic sky friend to save them from this, poverty that they're in. All of this is this cycle that ends up, when you have less poverty and more education, you have usually less bad ideas.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's not 100% of the truth, but.
I agree, but even if it's just for sake of standing for our fellow humans, even if it wasn't the best strategy, right? Like Arjun is saying, nature itself punishes stupidity. Thankfully, generally speaking, well, it does, but not thankfully. I'm not thankful that stupidity is being punished so severely. I think we should. This is why we're not stand with nature. This is why we fight against nature. I don't want stupid people to suffer. I'm not thankful for stupid people suffering. I think even if stupid people are ungrateful and they don't understand which ideas and which values are making them happier, I want to fight against nature and make sure that stupid people are also not being punished for their crappy ideas. Again, we cannot make this planet work for just intelligent people. We cannot make the world be a happy place only for people who are smart enough to know which ideas are best. We have to make this planet work for everybody, including the dumb idiots.
Yeah, I'm not thankful for suffering.
Yeah.
Well, I think your point about being a humanist is really well taken because, that's what it means to be a humanist, is you want to end suffering regardless of whether these people are stupid and have bad ideas or they have good ideas or they're geniuses, whatever.
Right. Arjun is saying yes, I wish they weren't stupid. I agree. Okay, great. Okay, anyways, thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell thingy. If you haven't, I don't know why, what's holding you back. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, why haven't you subscribed to our channel? Explain that to us, please. Like, bell, and also if you're not getting notifications and stuff because YouTube is not telling people that we have shows, because YouTube is like, oh, this person told us that they want to get your shows, right? They want to get your videos, but nah, we think is no. And look, they also hit the bell button, but nah, you guys are too controversial. We want to show them mainstream stuff. We want to show them CNN or cat videos or whatever. But people are like, no, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we don't think you want this. They're like, no, please show it to us. We say to you, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we think we know what's better for you than you yourself. So, to solve that, there's a link in the description, which is to our newsletter. So hopefully we could email it to you. So hopefully you get some of our content that way, okay? So, yeah, subscribe to our newsletter as well. And share our videos, because, we do get demonetized. That's an obvious on every one of our videos. So F that. But we don't care about that anymore. But we also get deprioritized, and that's even more damaging to us. Deprioritized, what does that mean? That means we don't show up on the suggested, videos on the right and all that, on people's homepages, and that's how channels grow. Unfortunately, we can't grow, so we need you guys to share our videos.